Tonight, I proposed to my boyfriend. Tonight, I, 37F, made my boyfriend, 39M, dinner. We've been together nearly 18 months and lived together. I cook dinner nearly every night, but this night was special. Groceries have been expensive. After spending nearly $7 lb for store-brand ground beef, I resolved to find ways to save money on groceries. In order to do that, I had to return to my childhood years. My mom is a penny pincher. She does almost anything she can to save a buck. Growing up, I ate Indian commodities. Yes, I have had government cheese, and we ate beans. A lot of beans. I remember my mom would have the dried beans, and she would sort them to pick out the rocks or anomaly beans, then prepare them with a ham bone she had saved from the last holiday ham. My older brother used to pick the ham off the bone when my mom wasn't in the kitchen, which is probably why I never really found much ham in my beans, but I digress. I hated eating beans. We ate them so much. As a teen, I would skip bean night because I couldn't fathom another bowl of beans. So given that these days grocery prices are stupid, I set aside my pride and bought dried beans. Then I bought a ham steak. Total expenses was less than $6, so I was here for the savings even if my ego wasn't. Anyway, yesterday I soaked the beans for 8 hours. Then put them in the fridge until I was ready to make this pot of beans to confront my childhood food trauma. I opened the ham steak and cubed the ham, then browned in the pot. It had a nice bone in it, so I made sure to try and get some brown on the meat inside and around it. I deglazed the pot with water, scraped up the brown bits, then I added the beans and more water. I gave it a stir and said hi to my boyfriend, who told me he wanted to change his name to Jack Mehoff. After the water started boiling, I tasted it to see how much ham flavor was in the water. It was hella bland, so I dumped some salt in, just enough to make it sing. All I had to do was wait. About an hour later, I had a beautifully flavored pot of beans with chunks of ham, and it was delicious. Made me wonder why my mom's beans always made me turn up my nose. Of course, I made more than 2 people can eat. That was the plan. Lunch for tomorrow and another round for dinner, and I might pair it with cornbread. As I was putting away the leftovers, I came across the ham bone hollowed out because the meat cooked off. I thought, wow, this would make a cool ring. So I cleaned off the bone really well and dried it off. After all, why spend money on a metal or silicone ring when nature and the grocery store has gifted me one in tonight's dinner, already paid for with our bellies full of beans? I put away the leftovers, and then I brought the ham bone to Jack Mehoff and said, "Will you marry me?" He looked at me and said, "That's a bone." I replied, "I didn't go to Jared's. I went to Smithfield's." He laughed. I have picture proof of the ring to prove the story is true. I'm sure tonight will be a total gas.